Hey, what's up team? Welcome to our single leg stabilization training circuit. Now I have 3 exercises that are really going to help you with your stabilization, balance, and just overall body control. Now we want to work the single leg because we want to work on any muscle imbalances and any deficiencies that you may have. Now this is really going to help you with the strengthening all those small intrinsic muscles of the feet. Now I would say if you are in a place where it's safe and secure and there's not a lot of weights being thrown around, you can do this barefoot. Now I wear my Vivo barefoot training shoes because they are a minimalist shoe and it has a wide toe box, so it's gonna help me spread my feet to really grip the ground, feel the ground underneath me, really activating all those small muscles so I can build the arches of my feet, so I can really get all that kinetic energy up the kinetic chain to really maximize my force, my power, my overall explosivity. Now, what you want to think about when you do these exercises is really being strong, not just through the foot, the hip, but through the core. So you don't want to be swaying the hips at all. So the first exercise is going to be our single leg RDL pass. Now, I'm going to be using a kettlebell for all the exercises that we're going to be doing in the first 2. If you don't have a kettlebell, then you can use a dumbbell. It will work just the same, and I'll show you some modifications if so. Now, the first one, what you want to think about is making sure that big toe, second toe is pointed straight ahead. You really want to spread your feet open, grip the ground, almost feel like you're corkscrewing your feet into the ground, because we want to make sure that that arch of the foot doesn't collapse inward. If the arch of the foot collapses inward, that's going to send a signal upstream that the knee is then going to bend inwards, putting it into valgus. And that's also going to put a shift in the hip, the shift in the back, and now we're going to actually lose force and power where we're actually in the game play and we're making those change directions or putting that foot down with force and power and sprinting. We're going to lose that connection and lose that really force and power to the muscles in a nice secure manner. So make sure that we do not let the arch of the foot cave in and you have a straight foot to start. Second of all, you want to have a slight knee bend, and then you want to have the kettlebell or dumbbell in the opposite leg that the plant leg is on. Now from here, I want to just hinge over ever so slightly so my chest is slightly over the knees and toes. I'm going to bend my back leg. I don't want it straight back behind me. I'm going to have a slight knee bend, think about 90 degrees. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to hinge over from the hips. And as I come and I feel a nice stretch in the hamstring, I'm then going to pass it to the opposite hand, go over as far as I can to maintain control before that big toe is lifted off the ground, bring it back over to the hand, and then right back up again. Now, as I come back up, I want to try to limit the touch with the swing leg. So I don't want to touch that leg on the ground. I want to maintain just a single leg the entire time. So take a deep breath in as we go down. Come down, hold that breath. Over, exhale as we come up. Like I said, this is gonna build tremendous foot strength, ankle strength, all the way up the kinetic chain. Your glute is gonna be on fire. Your hamstring's gonna get a great stretch. You're strengthening that hamstring. We're also gonna get our core stabilized, and everything else is gonna be working as one complete unit. So last time, bend the knee, hinge, pass, come back over, and right back up. We're gonna be doing 8 repetitions within our 3 sets. Then you take about a 30-second rest, do the other leg, and then we're gonna be going on to the next exercise. Here we go. So the next exercise after the single leg RDL pass, take about 60 seconds, then we're gonna go into our single leg RDL dropping catch. So I like to hold the handles at the top on this one. Same movement applies when it comes to the foundation and structure from the first exercise. Big toe pointed straight ahead, slight knee bend. Bring the weight up. Now I'm gonna think about, instead of the leg being 90 degrees behind me, I'm gonna bring this up into flexion. So I wanna bring the knee in line with the hip, almost like it's on sprinting. And then from here, we just want to, first is go into that hinge position by pushing the hips back, and as I push the hips back, I'm going to drop the kettlebell from this top position down and catching it at the top of the horns, top of the handles in this RDL position. So I'm here and I drop, hinge, catch. Now that catch is very dynamic. So it's gonna drop down very quick. You have to load into the hips, absorb the catch, hold, stabilize, become a statue in this position. You're gonna feel that foot kind of move and find its balance. Once you find that balance and stability, grip the ground, hold, and then pull back up through that hamstring again. Incredible exercise, incredible dynamic exercise to absorb, load, and then explode. But just like if we're working on our deceleration work and we want to be able to stabilize in that hip, absorb the load into the hip, and then explode through, great exercise to do so. That's why we always add this into our warm-ups to really help bring some of that awareness to the foot. So it has to feel the ground, stabilize, bring awareness into the hip where it needs to load, and then be able to explode and pull through. So this is how we do it all together. So we're here, catch, hold, drive right back up. Find your balance. Make sure we're keeping the chest up. We're not rounding the back. We're not looking down. I'm looking at about 3-4 yards in front of me. Pull back up, catch, hold, and that's all we're looking for here. Your hamstring and glute and foot and calf are gonna light up. But we really wanna make sure that we're getting that full connection, balance, stability, and full body control at the highest level with this exercise. We'll take 30 seconds between each leg because it is hard to hold this. We wanna give your arms a shake out. Take about a minute break, do the 8 per leg, and then we're gonna go on to the last exercise. All right, so the final exercise is our kettlebell rack position, alphabet. Now, when you rack the kettlebell, make sure that it's close to the body, elbows tucked in nice and tight to the rib cage. From here, it's the opposite leg that's gonna be our plant leg. Okay, this is gonna really force a lot of work on that opposite side glute and core. Then you pick up the same leg that the kettlebell is in, and now you have to write the alphabet. Yes, the entire alphabet, lowercase, uppercase, cursive, whatever you want. And you have to really stabilize. Take the other hand, put it onto the hip. You have to really stabilize through the full foot. You will feel that foot burning all the way through the calf, up all the way through the hip, right into the core. Everything is going to just be on fire on this last one. But again, a lot of small intrinsic muscles of the feet are going to be working. You're going to feel that foot looking for balance, looking for awareness, looking for stability. And then you're really going to start to feel the calf in this one because it's going to light up because it's holding that iso position while it's trying, the muscles are firing to try to find balance. All right, so there you have it. That was our entire single leg stabilization training circuit. Use this at the beginning of your workout. Now this is something that you could finish with as well at the end of your workout, but I love starting with it to really prep, prime, and activate the muscles for success. Get those, those small intrinsic muscles in the feet really firing, so then you can really utilize the full, what I call muscle sequence from the foot to the hip, all the way through the core, so it takes a lot of pressure and stress off of the knee, so those muscles are firing in unison, so we don't have any weak links up that kinetic chain to put force and power and explosivity in the ground. Great exercise, give it a shot in your warm-up, let's go.